Three, two, one. Hello. Wait, no, fuck. Good morning, everybody. This is the What Do You Dream podcast. I'm Nick.
And I'm Kristi.
And what is this podcast about? Well, Kristi and I talk a lot of shit, and I think you're all going to work this out over the long discussions that we'll be having. And we talk a lot about random stuff like dreams, and we thought, well, what did that mean? Like, what's the whole purpose of that? What's the deeper meaning of all this stuff? And we thought, wait, why don't we just record ourselves talking about dreams and interpreting it and getting our friends to call in and give us their dreams, And comes to what we have right now, which is
it sounded like a good idea to start with, so we'll see how we go.
Yeah, we'll see if it sounds like shit or if it's hilarious or if it's hilarious shit. I'm happy either way, really.
I hope it's hilarious shit. That would be great.
I'd love it. Okay, so first dream is from me. Oh my god, it's from me.
Oh, what did you dream? What did you dream? You
Okay.
said you've been dreaming. You said you've been having a lot of crazy dreams lately. So shoot.
Yeah. So I had this dream that I went on to like old Sydney town. You remember that growing up?
Yes, I do. We used to go there every year, and it would scare the absolute shit out of me.
Yes, and they had like that section for anyone who hasn't seen it. There was like this weird it was like a colonial a colonial interactive area, and there was this one
it was
area,
like
the
a
prison.
theme park.
Yeah, it was so fucking weird. And then
It was
remember
like a
the
theme
prison
park to
part?
scare the shit out of kids. Yes.
Yeah, it was just like, hey, this is the place you go to. This is what it would be like. There's crazy murdering rapist people. It's like, I'm a child. I don't know what rape means.
They're taking like 10, 11, 12-year-olds to this crazy place where back in the day, like corporal punishment was still a thing. Like kids would be caned in the classroom.
Yeah,
it was terrifying. I don't know why you would take a child there, but apparently it was educational. So
did you ever get that like whip demonstration?
yes.
Oh.
Yes. All I remember is sitting in an old classroom, and there was that teacher dressed up in colonial clothing.
Yes.
And she walked around with holding a cane, and she would just slam it on your desk if you weren't paying attention. And it absolutely terrified me.
Freaked the shit out of me too. I remember coming home after that and telling my dad, and he's like, I'm old. I used to get hit with a cricket bat. And I was like, Jesus Christ, what the fuck?
My parents were like, that was normal. And we're like, how is that normal?
It's just, oh my god. And I remember once, they were showing this one tool where they put like this, it was like a spike thing around someone's neck so they couldn't like lean on stuff. And I had this one girl who just started crying. It's like, I can't lean on the wall. This is too much. It was like,
I don't know how this place was legal, but apparently now it's been shut down for quite a long time.
Yeah, I think it's been shut down since like maybe like teachers, maybe young teachers were just like, I think what happened, the teachers that came in had been there and they're like, this place is fucked, we're not going anymore.
Literally.
So I was at one of these, it wasn't Old Sydney Town, but it was like an Old Sydney Town, and I was there for a paintball competition because that makes sense, right? So
yes, they had paintball back in the days.
Oh yeah, it's just like we whip people for stealing watches, and we also had paintball. Got to keep the indigenous animals at bay. So I had gotten to the end of it, and I had two people rushing me, and I was freaking out. I'm like, why aren't these people going for someone else? Anyway, then there's a big horn, and that's the end of it. It's kind of like, like a purge horn.
Mm-hmm.
And that was the end. And then a whole bunch of people walked up and were like, yeah, cool. And then my dad was there, and I was like, oh, cool. Hey, Dad. He's like, good work, son. Let's go get ice cream. Said it like that. He has never said that phrase to me ever. But apparently, maybe there's something, I don't know. Anyway, so we start walking, and the only path we can go on is like this old bridge. And there's still trains running on that bridge, and it's accepted that people are walking on this bridge and going around trains. Anyway, he hurts his foot real fucking bad, like a hole in the foot, really, really bad. And there's this train attendant. Also, like, this is like Sydney Metro stuff. Like, this is like a proper station. And she goes, we need to call in a helicopter to get your dad out. And I was like, okay,
for an injured foot.
Yeah, for like an injured foot. It's like, he could lose the foot. He could die. And I'm like, okay. but how do I get home? And it's just like, I don't know. That's your problem. Anyway, so I fall asleep with my dad dying, and the helicopter comes, takes my bag, doesn't take me. They don't take me. And then I wake up watching a water polo game between men and women, and the women are winning. But then this one woman keeps getting smacked in the face, and she's getting pissed off. And then I start talking to an Asian lady saying, "Can you take me to the hospital? I need to see my dad." But I also have my phone. I didn't think I could just use Uber, and then I wake up. So that was my dream. So what does it all mean?
Okay, so it started in Old Sydney Town, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Have you? I don't know. Where would that come from?
Maybe it's just like some weird deep. I think any kid who grew up in the 90s, all those like early noughties, like I think that's just part of like we have like a collective PTSD of it.
I was going to say, is it some kind of trauma that's just coming out now?
Yeah, maybe I hurt my foot. Maybe I hurt my foot back in the day, and it just never healed. Just had
So
this
you've sort
gaping
of
hole.
So was the train station in Old Sydney Town?
Well, it was like a train line that went
Okay,
past it, so you had to
that went
walk
past.
over this bridge to get to the station.
Hmm.
Yeah,
And your dad, do you know how your dad hurt his foot?
he just stood. He stood on something funny on the way back from the battlefield, on the paintball battlefield.
Okay, so because you've just done your ACL, right? And you
Yeah,
had surgery. So
yeah.
do you think the foot could reference your surgery and your ACL injury?
It could. I mean,
That could be a subconscious thing there.
yeah. Actually, you know what? That does sound. Actually, no. You know what it could be. You're close. I actually have had this wart on my foot that I had to get recently.
Gross.
Yeah, no, it gets worse. So I've had this fucking thing on my foot and been trying to get rid of it for ages. And I thought to myself, oh, I should get this sprayed before my surgery. What the fuck's wrong with me? I'm only
And
gonna have one working foot, and I'm like already making it worse. But my doctor actually had to carve out a bit of my foot to make a little divot to then spray it. So that could be it.
that could be it.
I
I
think
think
that's
we've just
it.
discovered where the foot injury came
Okay, yep.
from.
Yep.
And
Okay.
maybe it's your dad, but subconsciously
I,
that's
I am my
you when
dad.
you're older. You're kind of worried that if you leave the wart or whatever it is on your
Yeah.
foot,
It's
it
gonna get
gets
worse.
worse,
And I die.
and then you get a hole in your foot, and then you have to be taken to hospital for it.
You know
That's one
what?
of the lamest excuses to have to go to hospital. I
Actually,
have
no.
an untreated wart on my
I have
foot.
an untreated wart that's somehow eating my foot away.
Yeah. Maybe you're really worried about this wart.
Maybe I am. You know what? I think I have been thinking about it more recently because my doctor was like, this might be the last time. So I might be like mourning the loss of my wart, maybe as well. I
Oh,
don't
that's.
know. I don't know.
Mm.
It's my subconscious. It's not
Can I just say
logical.
wart is one of the most grossest words?
How about moist?
Oh, okay. No, we've
Yeah.
hit a line.
Yeah. Okay, that's the limit. That's the limit. We've reached
That's
it in the
the
first
limit. That's
episode,
where
ladies
we've
and
got.
gentlemen.
So I think we may have discovered. I still don't know where Old Sydney Town sort of fits into this, unless it is some kind of trauma coming
Or
out from our 90s school excursions.
or maybe I
But
just needed a cool setting that I was just like, yeah, old Sydney town. Fuck it, it's been a while.
yeah, that too. That too.
Yeah.
Yep. But I think we've kind of discovered where the whole foot, because that seems to be the main part of your dream here.
Yeah, definitely the A plot.
Yeah. Yeah. Also the paintball, not sure where that could have come from either.
I was playing video games just before I went to bed where I was shooting
Okay.
people. So that's probably it. It's just probably more
Okay,
like
well
a
that information
marketable.
would have been useful before, but
Well, you know, I'm sorry. This is my first time doing this. I'm
I think yeah, look, I think we've found the cause of your dream.
okay. But what about the water polo?
Hmm. Water polo, water polo. Have you been swimming lately? Well, I guess we can't because
I
we're
ca-
mid-COVID.
and I'm disabled. I can't. I mean,
Yeah.
we've established
Well,
it. It's
before your surgery, did you do any swimming?
nah, nothing.
Okay. Could it have to do with the upcoming Olympics
It
in
could.
Tokyo, is it?
Yeah, Tokra. That's not racist when I say that. I'm Asian, if anyone doesn't know. It's
You're
not
allowed
racist.
to say that.
I can say that. I get that pass. That's like the one thing I get being half, not even full, but yeah. Maybe because Olympics, especially with Australia, Olympics is like synonymous. Everyone goes swimming, swim, 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 swim. So maybe that
That's
was it.
true. That's all we have. It's just swimming, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like, what do you do? Swim. What else do you do? Maybe hockey. Oh, like ice hockey? No. Think of it less ice, more astroturf, and less of a bloody. You think of the stick, but let's half the size and curve it up. I like that. What else do we have? What else do we have? Tennis? No, no, we suck at tennis.
Is tennis an Olympic sport?
I don't. Actually, I don't think it is.
I don't think it is either.
I
We
think we're
have,
okay at female basketball.
yeah, but no one beats America. I mean, they're
You
just
know
kind of like
what?
basketball kings.
Yeah, true. But you know who's pretty good at basketball is the Spanish.
Really?
Yeah, they. I think the last World Cup they had, Spain smashed the US.
Interesting.
Yeah. So yeah, maybe it's Olympic fever. You know, maybe it's that.
It could be. It could be.
Because that would be because that is like the B plot of life at the moment. Everyone's like A plot being COVID, and the B
Yeah.
plot being hey Olympics, 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 Olympics. You know.
I know
So
because it was postponed and now it's happy. It's finally happening this year. And our work, we work together.
yeah, we do.
That's how we know each other, by the way. Fun fact.
Just let me know.
Our work is doing an office Olympics, so it could have been also in the back of your mind.
Oh my! Actually, you know what? Because I'm part of doing that announcement, and actually, you know what? That's probably what it was. Holy shit! You actually, wow! Holy crap!
I'm good at this.
Wow! Damn! Is there a job for like a dream analysis of just like,
I'm
hey,
just
I
gonna
could.
write a book now. I'll just get people to submit dreams and I'll just interpret them.
That's it. And actually, on that note, if anyone has a dream that they would
Yeah.
like to share on the podcast, make sure you email what do you dream at gmail.com. Write it, you could speak it, whatever the hell you want to do. Just let us know and we will interpret your dream free of charge.
And I'm just gonna put a disclaimer out there. We are not professionals in this, so we're just gonna
Absolutely not.
interpret it in our own crazy fun way.
I mean, honestly, if you have thought we were professionals at all during this whole process, God help you. I think you need a
That
professional.
means we're doing something good. We're doing something
Maybe.
right.
Yeah, with like people like these guys. But we didn't say I'm Dr. Nick. Hi everybody. And we didn't say Dr. Kristi. But maybe we are doctors in our own mind, everybody.
That's
Well,
right. We're mind doctors. We're
yeah,
dream
well, mind
doctors.
it's like so the Inception people, so they're like the surgeons, but we're like the GPs. So like we think your dreams and we go like, yeah, have some dream antibiotics and you'll be good. You know?
I'd like a little bit more credit than a GP. No offense to any GPs out there.
Wow. Okay, so do you want to be like a specialist neurosurgeon?
Yeah.
We're the specialist
Yes.
neurosurgeons of the dream world.
That's right. We're
Okay.
neurosurgeons, bitch.
When neurosurgeons, it's like, I have a tumor in my brain. Can you help me remove it? No, I am underqualified. Oh my
That's
gosh.
literally us. That should be
I-
our blurb. That should be our blurb on this podcast.
We are underqualified. Oh my gosh. Well, I hope you guys have enjoyed that little podcast. Thank you so much for listening. If indeed you still are, I've been Nick,
And I've been Kristi.
and hope you have a good night's sleep. Thank you.
See ya.